Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We in the building.
What do we hear? Big things in it. Big
Yeah.
things in it. The pod
What's the deal, man?
experience. Yeah. How you, RJ?
I'm good, bro. How you, bro?
I'm good, man. The sound is fantastic, man. I had a
Excellent,
few issues with
brother.
the microphone and sorted it
I
out
feel
now.
no, bro. It's the mob
Bruh.
trying to get a hold of the podcast, me, bro.
Dude, talk about the mob. Shit, did you watch that podcast, bro? Wide Awake.
Which one,
Dude,
bro?
Wide Awake, the one with that white boy, where he
Nah,
was
that one.
interviewing these guys from fuck, I don't know if
Oh,
it's Kraaifontein or it's he said it's in Durbanville.
okay. Yeah. I checked that one out. I forgot where they're from. Quickly,
Bruh,
I need to
he
pull it
said
up again.
they in Durbanville. I'm like, there's no gas in Durbanville. I've never had, bruh, I've been in Durbanville a few times. I've never seen, not even a glimpse of a township in Durbanville. So I was
The
just
notorious
thinking,
bad boys, no?
what's their name again?
The leaders of the bad boy gang.
The Bad Boys, yes, the Bad Boys. Fuck, bruh. You know when I grew up in PE, you know, I used to hear
Yeah, yeah.
that a lot of people in Cape Town, especially kids, they join the gang. Did you ever like have uh I don't know, I don't want to say a wish, but did you have like a list of joining a gang when you were a kid?
Nah, bruh. I was never interested in joining a gang. Me, bro. That never
Nah,
interested me. I grew up in a rough neighborhood, my bro, and so like I
nah,
saw firsthand like what happened to gangsters, and I was not about that lifestyle, my bro.
yeah,
Plus, I was like a indoors kid, like kind of like a nerd, but not really a nerd. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
But more into
yeah,
like indoor activities, if you know what I mean.
yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean, bro, because I also had a similar upbringing. I was never a kid that liked playing outside. I just loved. I was a nerd growing up.
Is it?
So
I played
yeah,
outside. I only played outside with like selected friends, man, and like I was very
yeah,
selective about the people that I hung out with. And if I saw like you weren't like, I would say like, um, I would say like maybe you were going down that path and I wasn't agreeing with it, and I would just like withdraw myself because I
yeah,
genuinely wasn't in that lifestyle. Because like I said, I saw firsthand, like I had like a upfront live and direct experience of what happens. Like I saw exactly what happened. So I was like, nah, this is not for me. I'm not about that.
yeah.
I just stayed away. They never interested me, bruh. So when I had friends, I saw like they doing that. But I played outside, I did like, I was a street kid. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was also like, when I grew a bit older, I would say in my teens, I started being more indoors.
nice. How's your son doing, bro?
My son's good, bruh. Bruh, it's getting too big, man, bro. Man's
He's
three again.
3 years old now. Eh?
Yeah, man, man's three now, me bro.
Nice,
Yeah, man,
nice,
becoming
bro.
a person now, bro. Like that, the man has
He's
his own his own schedule now. He's doing his own
he's
thing, bro.
becoming a man, bro. You never ever like like when you're sleeping ever have nightmares that this boy is gonna grow up to be a man, is gonna want to kick you out of the house.
Nah, bro. I don't think so, man. Me and that, bro, is cool. He's like my homie, man, bro. So I think we already have like a tight relationship.
Yeah, no, I'm just shitting with you, man. So there's this story of this.
How's your daughter, bro?
She's good, man. She's good. She's growing. Um, she's 2 now, but the stuff that she says, bruh, my God,
He's
my God, bruh. I'm telling you, like just now, right? She just went to bed now, so
uh-huh,
she
uh-huh.
wanted me to make milk for her. So I'm like, okay. She's like, Daddy, please, milk, milk, Daddy, please. So I was like, okay, yeah, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna make you the milk. So now I'm busy making the bottle, right? And she's so
Yeah, yeah,
impatient. She's like my wife, bro. My wife is so
yo.
impatient, bro. Yo, bro, yo, my wife is yo, she's
Give the God,
impatient, bro.
but
She
let me
really,
tell you a funny
yeah,
story.
yeah,
You tell me about that other guy. Let me tell you a funny story, man.
uh,
So my son goes to this creche, man. So it's like
yeah,
you could say like a white area. You know what I mean?
okay,
So
yeah,
I teach him, man. So now I speak to him like in a heavy colored accent. I speak to him.
okay.
him. The guy doesn't pay attention to me. Like he doesn't even look at me, bruh. Then I speak like a normal, like a white accent, and then he like turns and like looks and smiles at me. Check it, bruh. I call my wife, bro. So, cause like I'm
Yeah,
like, nah, this is not. This is like I think it's just in the moment, man. I do the
yeah,
same thing. Like I call him again in a heavy colored accent. I say,
yeah.
call him, don't look, but I was watching TV. Not, I call him again in a normal voice, in a white voice. And my third, he
Yeah,
look at me, and I'm like, nah, yeah, programming, bruh.
these kids are gone, bruh. Cocomelon, Babyfin, all the
Oh,
shit
bruh.
they're watching, they're gone, bruh. So I was still
Yeah, nah,
telling you. So I'm making
yeah,
milk. I'm making a bottle.
yeah,
So she keeps saying, so she's impatient. Right? She keeps saying, Daddy, please, please, milk, milk. I'm like, yes, baby, I'm
yeah.
making milk. Wait. And then she says to me, please help your friend. I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? Please help your friend. When did you become my friend now? Bruh, I don't know. These kids, bruh, the stuff that they're watching, man,
Bruh,
it's it's
they pick up
it's the
everything,
cartoons,
bruh.
bruh.
Yeah,
Like
not
the
different.
other thing I notice is that I don't know if your son does this, but they have this nature or this thing. I don't know if they see it on
Yeah,
TV or it's that's nature. They're a bit manipulative now.
yes,
So
bruh.
like what they will do, like what she will do is that if she wants something and you say no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
don't do that, and then she would like sort of like trip herself and fall. She's like,
yeah,
oh, hurting, hurting,
yeah, yeah,
fail, fail, hurting. I'm like, no, you didn't fall. You threw yourself on the ground. Now get
yeah,
up. You didn't fall. And then she's like, boo boo. You know, Baby Finn has this thing and says,
yeah,
if the child is there's a painful part on their body, they'll say it's a
yeah.
boo boo, and then
And
they'll
then you
ask
must,
mommy and daddy to kiss the boo boo.
yeah.
Yeah, she does that all the time, bruh.
Yeah, my son does the same thing, bruh. And you
Oh
know this
my
other thing
god.
he does, bruh? When we go
Uh,
to like the shop, no,
yeah.
oh,
Uh,
he will start crying for toys, my bro. Like you can have a conversation with him, telling, "Sid, like we're going to the shop
yeah.
now. We're gonna buy like maybe food stuff, right? So we're just gonna
Yeah.
get this items. We might buy you a packet of chips, but that's all. You can't get those. Like yes, no, yes, I understand. Don't worry. Like he agrees. Like he's not gonna. But the moment we get to the section where the toys is, bruh, and he sees it, oh my goodness. He cries from that point until we pay, until we're out of the shop, my bro. Yo, and you know, no, what makes it worse is we bought every single item on that rack already, no? So when we go
Oh
there, we show him
man.
like, look, you have this, you have this, you have this. What do you want? There's nothing else. And he still cries, bro. I'm like, yes. It's like, where do they learn this stuff? Like, yo, it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. But yeah,
It is. I mean, I've seen that with chips and sweets. So we'll have the same sweets at home, but we at a shop, and then she sees those sweets and she wants them. And he's like, but
yes,
baby, you
bro.
have these sweets at home. But no, she wants those ones right now.
They have their own personalities, bro. It's like they don't understand it. I think maybe in their mind they think it's theirs, and so they have to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, bro. And how's your wife doing? She good?
Yeah, she's good, bro. She's good, bro. Your wife?
Nice, nice, nice. Nah, she's Gucci, man. She's nice.
Look,
I wanna
man.
I wanna
Good.
play you
Now the
something.
queens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go
I
for it.
wanna play you something. Uh, which is
When women talk about marriage, it's a happy occasion. I'm getting married. I got my ring. I got my colors picked out. I got 4 of my fat friends to stand next to me. It's gonna be a beautiful day. No, their dress is ugly. Mine is pretty. But it's not the same for the men. When men talk about marriage with our friends, it sounds like something you get diagnosed with. Did you hear what happened to Charles? No, what? He's getting married. No! I just seen him last week. When did he find out? She told him yesterday at dinner.
Oh shit.
Is there anything that we could do for him? No, the invitations already went out. There's nothing we can do.
It's too late.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's something that,
Yeah. So yeah, man. It's crazy, but do you get people that mostly guys that come to you and be like, man, would you recommend that I get married and stuff like that?
nah, bruh, I don't think I've ever had any guy walk up to me and ask me, like any one of my friends ask me, like, I think they're more like, like told me and then maybe gave them my opinion on, because I got married like at a young age. Um,
Yeah.
bruh. So like with that, with watching that video, bruh, it's crazy. Like so when you get married, bro, you'll quickly see how people start to distance themselves from you, bruh. Especially like being married
Nah.
at a young age. Yeah, bruh. So friend circles kinda tight.
Yeah. Well, I've never been like that big with friends and stuff. I wish I would been married like earlier, but
Okay.
with my wife though. Uh,
With your
I,
current
I
wife.
yeah, I wish I would have met her like very early on, maybe in my early 20s
Okay.
and got married. Yeah, no man, I just feel like when I was in my 20s, I felt like
Yeah.
I need to like sort of establish myself before I get married. But
Yeah.
now I feel like the other way around. I feel like I should have just gotten married first, maybe have a child, one or two,
Yeah.
and because I feel like by the time you retire, let's say you retire at
Uh-huh.
60,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like you should at that time your kids should be independent. They should have their own life. They don't live with you. They're working. They already
Facts, bruh.
graduated. They have houses. They're married. So by
Yeah.
the time you retire, you can enjoy your retirement money. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about them. But the downside of having kids
Exactly.
late is that by the time you retire, your kids are 18, and
Yes.
now you still need to go
And
to
then you feel responsible.
varsity, and
Exactly.
and that's what uh, actually creates black tax, bro.
But
Because
I was
now,
thinking that same thing as you was talking, bro. Look, just
mm,
while before you go on to like black tax
yeah,
and that, right? So as you were saying that, but I had that same thought, bro. Like I got married young, and I
yeah,
thought, okay, it's not gonna like hold me back from doing whatever I want to do. And at that time, when I got married, I didn't even know exactly what I want to do. I figured that out like during I got married. And then, like, even having a kid, I was thinking to myself, I should have like had this kid earlier because now
yeah,
is the time that I have the mindset or like the blueprint of what I want to do kind of with the rest of my life. And then
yeah,
now it's also my child is at the age where I actually have to like be there, and so I actually had to put plans on hold while raising my child. And now when it's like 3 now, I can kind of go ahead again with like doing my side hustles. So I fully agree with that thought where having had it early and having it early in that way, and then pursuing your goals because bringing it back to like black tax and how we
Yeah,
grew up, bruh. So,
yeah,
going on that side, with our families always having to like pay back, give back. So you kind of don't think about that, the family, thinking about, first making right with your family. What I'm trying to say.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
So, mm,
what were you going to say?
go on.
No, no, no. What were you going to say when you were heading to black tax?
Oh, okay, cool. No, I just wanted you to finish.
No, I was finished. I was
Uh,
finished.
oh, okay, cool, man. No, I was just saying. So you you hit this part in your life where you now have to retire, or you're
Yeah,
forced to retire, because some people don't want to retire and they can't
facts,
afford to
bruh.
retire, right? So I know people personally that were forced to retire this year and last year, but those people don't want to retire. Not, and it's not
They
because
can't.
they don't want to, because it's a want. They can't afford to retire. You know, I know
Yeah,
of this
bruh.
one lady that's in, like, shit, bruh. I mean, the story is so painful. But she's got kids, bruh, that are like 20, 19. I
You
think
are,
the one kid is like 15, and she's already like 63.
damn.
So it's
And
like,
she's,
and that boy is still in high school, and now she
wow.
has to retire. So it's like that boy, or these two older ones that are in varsity,
Mm-hmm.
are probably gonna need to drop out of varsity and go work so that they can take
Bruh,
care of mom.
that was my situation, bro. So, like, I couldn't pursue,
No,
like, to study further because I had to go work because there wasn't an income in the home. So when I was, done with school, I had to just like find a job and work.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bruh. So
that's
that's like coming
massive.
from, yeah, that's what you see like in our communities, bro. It's like I wouldn't say it's like a common theme, you know what I mean? It's not a normal, that's not, that shouldn't be normal, but it's a common theme in like our communities, bruh.
Yeah, I think it, it's an unfortunate cycle of, uh for lack of a better word, of poverty. I think, because I think what
Yeah,
happens is that we at some point, um in our parents' lives, I think they try so hard to a point where they're like, fuck it, there's nothing more I can do now. I'm too old, you know.
yeah.
And the only thing now that I have is hope, is these kids. They need to can do something about this and help me out now. So it's
But
like,
also, But
yeah,
also maybe they came from a background where maybe, because you remember our parents probably never like matriculated and stuff like that. So they probably even worked from a younger age. So by the time when they were
true.
40, they were probably like aged like maybe 60, 65. You know what I'm trying to
Of
say? So
course,
they,
bro.
because they've been working from such a
Life
young
expectancy, bro, back then was like 40 years. You were lucky if you reached 50.
age.
That's
Nah,
why
nah.
they had kids so early on, like at 15, 14, they had kids.
Because they
Because,
were adults by that time already.
yeah, bro, because at that time you're already working. What the fuck is school? Go to work.
But don't you think the world is like soft these days, my bro?
Bro, the world is soft these days.
Check,
Because
check, there
it's
was a
just
saying,
everyone is
there was a
just in their feelings, bro. Like you can't say
fact,
shit, bro. Like
facts,
because
bruh.
you're gonna, oh, this person is, oh, everyone's so sensitive, man. Like back then, bro, like you could say shit about anyone, about everyone.
Bruh,
But
I
now,
remember
bro,
like on school, man, bro, we used
hmm,
to like go at each other like hardcore, bruh. Like
bro,
no stone was left unturned. Like your mother,
nothing was left
your
undone, bro. Even
if
your mother, bro,
your
who make
grandma,
fun of,
if they found out something about you, a family member, they would destroy you, bruh. And that built you, man, bro. That built your character
yeah,
because it taught you like not not to like be soft and not to give in, and also like an element of like fight back, man. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly, bruh. I have a cousin who is mentally disturbed. Right, he's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah.
mental condition. So, he was hit by a bus when he was young, and then he never
Damn.
recovered from the accident. And then so he's not okay up there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, so when kids around the area, because he grew up in the villages, right? So, and I lived in PE. So
Okay.
when he used to come over for holidays, so kids will see him, but they don't know him. But then
Yeah, yeah.
they picked up that, oh, I hey, the guy is not all in there, is it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they fucking brutalized me, bro. Like they went on me, bro. Like it was brutal for me. And this is primary. And all the way up to
Damn,
high
bro.
school, because you know, like there's always that one kid that you went to primary school with that is in high
Bro, that
school,
goes with yes,
and
bro.
you like you thinking you're the only one, right? And you think, oh yes, I'm safe. And then you see that guy, and you're like, what the fuck? What is it doing here? Like out of all schools you come here? Out of all these fucking schools you decide to come here? And you know it's that one guy that's gonna spread shit about you.
Yeah, bro. Because he doesn't like you,
Mm,
my bro. For some other reason,
exactly.
if you do anything to this bro, my bro.
Yeah, bruh. So I know that shit, bruh. Like in primary, fuck, bruh. But you're right though. That's the stuff that made us who we are. It's like you developed this thick skin, and you had
Yes,
to grow up so quickly so that you can defend yourself. You know, even if you're not defending yourself by ways of physically fighting, but you had to defend yourself by emotional intelligence as well. Like you had to block that stuff. Like you couldn't come home and cry and say, "Oh, Russell said this about me." They would look at you funny. But these days,
exactly, bro. Check here. Look, yeah.
say that again. I missed you.
Now your line is breaking a bit, man.
Oh shit! Can you hear me now?
Okay, now yeah, yeah, it's cool now. It's cool now. Check here. I was watching like a Rogan episode, and he was like saying something like we like I can't remember like so exactly what he said, no? But it
Yeah.
went something like hard times make tough men, and then
Yes.
tough men make easy times, and easy
Yes.
times make soft men, and then
Yes.
soft men make hard times, and then
Yes.
that's like the cycle. And then like we
Yes.
currently, I think I got that right actually.
Yeah, you got it right, bruh. That was perfect. That was
And so
perfect. I had that before.
okay, cool. So like we in that cycle of like that soft men cycle, man. Like
Yeah.
bruh, like, yo, we're the complainers, man, bro. They are the ones that actually like get ahead and like get the promotion and get seen, bruh. And you, the
Yeah.
bruh, just like do your thing and like take the blows because it's like normal to you. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
what the hell, bruh? So like I think the world is like really in a soft place, bro. And that's scary, bro, because that means like something's gonna happen because when you get these soft people, bro, you get
Yeah.
like like in America you get like school shootings, and you know how that the um the stats for that is like risen. I think like
Yeah.
something like one a day or something like that in America. So sooner or later, maybe you're gonna get like a president, like a Putin,
Yeah.
that's gonna be trigger happy, bruh, and it's just gonna like press that nuclear button, bro, and it's
Me,
gonna like
bro.
it's gonna reset the whole situation, and it's gonna just
Bruh,
get back.
listen. I had that there's an episode of The Simpsons, but I haven't looked at it.
Oh,
Apparently,
bruh, the Simpsons.
apparently there's something exactly like you just said now that is predicted in that thing that happened, where it's like this crazy president is gonna press this button and all shit is gonna break loose. I haven't watched
Damn,
it,
I
bro.
keep hearing like this. I also keep hearing like how the Simpsons like predict like what has happened already. Like
Yeah,
like episodes where they predict what happens in the future, and then you just like see it that has happened. That's crazy, bro. You
bro.
think everything is like, huh?
Yeah, sorry. The latest one that I saw was when they predicted that there's a place in America called something Palestine. I think it's East Palestine.
In America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a place, a state in America called East Palestine. So there's a train that exploded. I think the train was carrying toxic gas or oil,
Oh,
but the plane exploded. And there's someone that took a picture or a video of the smoke. This person was in a plane, and they took a picture of this huge black cloud hanging
yeah.
over this place.
That's where the
And
trail be,
apparent,
right?
yes, yes,
There
yes,
was like toxic chemicals in that. Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bruh, something so similar happened in The Simpsons. I watched the video. That shit
Oh,
happened.
snap. Wow. That's crazy, bro.
Like, bruh, what are the chances that they get
But
these things right all the time?
that's what I say, bro. I was gonna say, bro, do you think like all of these things are like planned out and then somehow like these people like find out all of this information and then
I
they
don't know, bruh.
because because think about it, man, like I don't want to go down like this rabbit hole, bro. It's too late for that.
I think, see, this is why I don't like
Nah, bro,
politicians.
I can go deep with the conspiracies.
Yeah, talking about
Yeah,
conspiracies though. Did you see that Tupac thing? That guy, Kiffy D?
nah, what about that?
You didn't see it?
No, bro, I didn't see it.
Oh
I've been
fuck.
under a rock, man, bro.
Oh fuck, you're a scorpion.
I'm Patrick, man, bro.
Bruh. So apparently they found this guy called Kiffy D,
Yeah.
who allegedly is the one that shot Tupac.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so they saying that. So there's a guy that went to Rogan's podcast. I
okay.
forgot his name, but I know that the guy is an UFC photographer. He's a
All
black
right.
guy.
Okay.
So the guy, I think he stays in Dubai now. He said in the podcast that the guy that shot and killed Tupac is a guy called Orlando Anderson. Orlando
Okay.
Anderson was part of a gang. So the story is that the night of the Mike Tyson fight, Tupac and his crew were in this hotel or this club, and
Yeah.
they had a fight or they beat up Orlando Anderson.
Uh-huh.
Now, Orlando Anderson's uncle is Kiffy D. So when Tupac, so there's a video of Tupac kicking this guy. He's on the ground and he's kicking
Yes.
him.
Nah, I know
And
about
then
that. Yeah.
you know that video. So the story is that so
Yeah.
this guy Orlando Anderson. By the way, Orlando Anderson is dead. So he there's the story is that he then
R.I.P. Orlando Anderson.
eh
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Orlando Anderson, man. So the story is that this is what this guy is saying
Yeah.
in Rogan's podcast, right? I just forgot his name. So he's saying, so this guy then calls his uncle Kiffy D. He's in a gang as
Okay.
well. These
Yeah,
are
yeah,
all
yeah.
gang members, right? So calls him, and I think that's something important as well that Tupac is a gang member. So this is what happens when in a gang, right? So he calls his uncle and said, "These guys, they jumped me, and this happened and that happened." And they're like, "Okay, cool, we're gonna pull over." So they go around looking for Tupac, and they
Okay.
can't see him. So he says that. So they're driving around this. I don't know if it's called. I think something Boulevard, right? They're driving around and they
Yeah.
can't see this guy, and all of a sudden they hear women screaming, "Tupac, Tupac, Tupac!" Women are screaming,
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
and they look around and they see a car go by, and Tupac is basically, waving at this woman and doing all kinds of things. And that's when they saw him. So they were actually leaving the place. They were leaving Las Vegas because they thought he
Damn.
wasn't there. But then
So they were
because
on away, like out of the area because they couldn't find him.
Yeah, they
Wow,
couldn't find. They were looking for him. They couldn't find him, so they thought maybe he left. But as they were leaving, then they heard this woman screaming his name, and they saw him. And so they
sure. Ah,
turned around and shot him. So the story is that
oh,
Shook,
that's crazy.
they
Yeah, yeah.
first saw Shook and they greeted them when they saw them.
Oh, snap.
So he probably knew. When he saw them, he knew this is my day. But the funny thing is, how did they miss Shook?
That's crazy, bro. That's
Bruh,
insane, bro.
both these guys were in the front seat and they didn't shoot him.
That's that's nuts, bro.
That is nuts, bruh.
But
Because if
I heard like from conspiracies that that man set him up, man, bro. So I don't know, man, bro. That's crazy. And I see there's an interview with that Keefy D guy with Vlad. You know Vlad?
no, I don't know Vlad.
Okay, he also like does interviews and stuff like that. Also like podcast. So
Oh,
I must
okay.
actually check that out and see because it's about that whole Tupac thing and the shooting.
But allegedly, this guy has cancer, KVD, and that's why he's talking.
It, uh, do you believe that, bro?
I don't believe it.
That's, they, oh, that's just so that they could probably can't go to prison or something. Bro. That's hey, bro, these guys are funny,
Yeah,
man.
probably.
Everything, bro.
Do you think that Tupac's family still cares about that?
Of course, man, bro. They have to care about that. That man is a legend. Like the people won't like like stop making them care about him because I'm sure like every day people probably still come up to them and ask them about, talk to them about it and stuff like that.
Mm,
That man is still like a relative figure, man, bro. Like, I hear that man's name often. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
even
no,
today.
no, I get it. I mean, in terms of closure, like, do you think? Because he's been gone for so long.
I mean, if they know the truth, like what happened, I think maybe they might know the truth after so long. You know what I mean? How it happened. I think that might bring closure. I don't know if maybe like the people
Uh,
involved got justice. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, no,
I
I
think
get it.
just knowing what happened, I think that might bring closure.
Yeah, true. No, I think I'm just talking from a point of unknown because I've never lost someone like that. So I probably just don't know what I'm talking about.
Nah, but it's like how can I say everyone's experience is different. So
True, yeah.
that's just my I'm just thinking like like logically what could be like and maybe what could possibly bring them closure is like knowing what happened. You know what I mean? And then processing it for after so many years maybe. But I don't think you ever like really like because that's a loved one maybe. So I don't think you ever like that's a hole that can never be filled. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you always, especially they when someone has died so young.
And at his peak, my bro, like really at his peak, no?
Yeah. Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
bro,
Yeah, that's
that's
a sad one though.
yeah,
It's
not to
sad,
laugh,
bro.
like it's sad,
Yeah.
my bro. Like how can I say?
It's sad that we missed what we don't know what we missed. Like we don't know what else Tupac had in store. Like it could have
Yeah,
been
bro,
that that's everything that Tupac had to offer the world. And
that's true.
it was the right time for him to leave because he had fulfilled his purpose basically. Or it could be that there was still more that Tupac could have become a president of America. Who knows? He could have been Barack Obama.
True,
So
bro.
it's like all these unknowns that make you wonder and probably make you feel guilty somehow. Maybe you never spend enough time with them. You never told them how you feel about them. Shit,
Yeah,
it must be really sad, man.
but for me, like the legacy that he left behind, like that's something that they can be proud of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Left a
of
great
course.
legacy. So just like that, there's something that they can really be proud of. And like you said, anything could happen. You could have maybe messed up that legacy. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we never got the chance to see that. So what we remember is like just the greatness. So that's good. I think that's good overall. That's like a good enough thing to hold on to.
Yeah, bro. Listen, yeah, the this stuff is it's depressing me. Did do you watch South African soccer?
No,
Okay.
I do not. I watch
Okay.
the English
You've
Premier
had
League, bruh.
you've heard of Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah, I've heard of Kaiser Chiefs, bruh.
Okay. So do you know that they have a chips brand now?
Like a chips,
Crisp.
like knickknacks.
Yeah, crisp.
Okay, nah, I never heard of that. See, keep on
Yeah,
expanding.
I saw it a few days ago. So yeah, so they're gonna
Is
be
that a new?
eh?
Is that a new thing?
I think it's new. I don't know. I don't watch sports, so I just saw it the other day. Like they have chips now. They're gonna be selling chips. Like wow,
Nah, man. I mean, like
makes sense though.
is I mean, like, is that like as a soccer team or any other like soccer club ever like sold an item like that, like in that format, like a food item, like
Yeah,
besides your standard like clothing and you know
I
what I
think
mean?
it's the first, bro. I stand to be corrected
Wow,
though. I don't think there's anyone that has ever sold something like that. Chips have always been all about marketing, man. They've always like
yeah,
used their brand to like diversify and you know make money from other avenues,
facts, bro. I know you've
other
been
than
to that
just football.
that
They're
funeral
the
cover or insurance
they're
or
the
something
funeral
like that.
cover, and I think they're the only soccer club in South Africa that had a funeral cover. I
Yeah,
haven't seen any other club in South Africa that has a funeral cover or
I remember
anything of
that,
that
bro.
sort. Bruh, the
And
way that they're
and
going now, they'll
yeah,
probably have a bank. They could. Bruh,
bro. But that's yeah.
do you know how much money do you need to open a mutual bank?
Is it
Let
like
me
20,000?
let me Google it just now. Let's see.
Wait,
How
that's a lot.
how much money do you need to register a mutual bank in South Africa? Okay, let's see. 10 million.
Like, oh,
No, wait. Applicants proposing to operate as mutual banks must have a minimum capital of 10 million. All banks and mutual banks are required to maintain at all times a
wow,
prudential
it's way
capital.
over.
Okay, yeah, bro.
Because that, I mean,
This is an act.
for a soccer club like that, I mean, that's probably not a lot of money. I mean, they
It's
probably
not a lot
pay
of
like
money, bro.
10,
10
they probably
million,
pay 10 million for like a cheap transfer. You know what I mean? So that's probably nothing to them.
bro. This is like, okay, so let's see here what they say. Uh, there's something that I saw now. I wanted to read to you.
Maybe we need a
Yeah,
fact
mutual
checker, bro.
banks require 10 million rands as a minimum capital requirement to start and do not require common bond, but are mutually owned and controlled by members themselves. So that's all you need, bro. 10 million. So
Do you have 10 million, bro?
10 million, bro, it's not a lot of money for a team like Kaiser Chiefs.
Nah, definitely it's not a lot of money, bro.
So
Do you think they would, but
let's say How many supporters do you think Kaizer Chiefs has in South Africa? Just a rough number.
I would say about maybe 15 million. I think that's a decent
15.
number. Yeah,
That's too much, isn't it? Too much.
I don't know. That's a big number of Africa. It's like how many 70 million people?
Okay, let's say 2 million.
Okay,
So let's say if 1% of the 2 million, let's say of the 2 million, they only have 1 million um, members that are paying a subscription fee. Because
okay,
you pay. There's a membership club, um, membership fee to be a part of the supporters club at
yes,
Kaizer Chiefs.
yeah,
The last time I checked, it was 35 rand. That's long time ago,
okay.
right?
Now, but I know this
So,
fees for that. Yes,
but let's say now they're gonna start a mutual bank and they go to their fans and say, "We're gonna start a mutual bank. All of us are going to be owners of this bank." Okay, but we're obviously gonna have a board of trustees and.
yeah,
But
yeah,
we're
yeah.
all going to be owners. So let's say then they say, okay, so there's 2 million of us supporters here in South Africa. We need 150 rand from one person. So 150 rand from one person times 2 million is 300 million.
Okay, that's a
And
lot
they,
of money.
they only want 10 million to start a bank. And you have 150 million, just 150 rand from one person of all the 2 million people. So if you're saying there's 15 million people at that support Kaizer Chiefs, they only need 2 million people to give them 150 rand. That
But
150 rand,
would that
300 million
150
rand.
would that 150 150 rand be like the um joining fee or like the
Yeah.
bank fee
No, that's the money that you put in to start
to
the bank.
open? Oh, okay, okay, I
That's the
got you.
capital amount. Remember, they say they want 10 million you need 10 million capital to
Yeah,
start and register the bank. So now you have 300 million. So they register the bank and they put that 300 million in the bank as their deposit. And
gee,
then
okay, that's a good business idea, bro.
and then they take that 300 million and they
Yeah,
start giving out loans.
I think we should do that when we have like a million subscribers.
Yes, bro.
Open up a bank, face
Yeah.
them okay. Join our banks in there. Charge like you charge you something like 50 rand to join the bank. That's all right. What's a
No,
hundred?
not
What's a million? That's 50 million. That's decent, bro.
we should not call it a bank though. We should just call it something else, a stock fair or something.
Ah,
Because
yeah,
because of banks have all these licenses and stuff like they have to abide to certain rules and all that stuff. But look at McG. McG has 1 million subscribers,
yeah.
right?
That one's
If
big.
it if each person, right, just for 1 month gave 50 rand each person, that's 50 million.
But they do have that where you can like on Facebook, not on Facebook, on YouTube. If you're a subscriber, then
Yeah.
you can also join, and I think you can like join, and I think you can join for different amounts, and that's a monthly subscription that goes off.
Yeah. So imagine if all those people that are subscribers are paying that.
But that. I think that's a dope. Like how can I say? If you were to pursue like this type of thing full time, and then you have like a fan base, because like for instance, you pay maybe like TV license, they have a TV, or you pay like a subscription for
But
Netflix.
not even
So
TV
yeah,
license. Spotify. Do you know how much Spotify is?
it's was
It's
99. How much
59
is
rand.
So, like, I
It's
mean,
59 rand, bruh. And there's people that are paying Spotify, but you only maybe listen to Spotify once a week.
now, but I think those people, bro, they probably listen to Spotify all the time because that's an investment. If you're
Bruh,
willing to pay Spotify 59 rand just to not
I
have
have
ads,
Spotify, bruh. But I have Spotify because I just want to download stuff and then listen to it whenever I want to. But I probably listen to Spotify twice or once a week. But I pay 59 rand every month.
you pay that fee, bro.
Yeah.
I've never met someone that paid that fee before, bro. Nice to meet you. Man's a baller. Man's got 59 rand low.
Yeah, I know I paid, bruh. And
So, so that basically gives you no ads, right? That's the only thing
yeah,
that you
no,
basically get.
no, it's not the only thing. So, firstly, yes, no ads, and then you can download stuff. So you can download a playlist, and then you can
Oh,
play it.
okay.
Even if you don't have
Offline.
data, you can play it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and
dope. Yeah, you can only do that with podcasts at the moment.
yeah, true. Then you can also rewind stuff or repeat music.
You
So if
can't
there's
do
like
that.
you can't do that on the free platform. So if there's this like nice song that you like, you can't repeat it.
You just have to like
So
wait until it plays again.
yeah, or you have to physically go to the song again or go to the song before it, play it, and then skip that song and then play that song.
I see. Oh, now there's some nice perks to them paying that 59 rand, but it's not enough for me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, I don't really use it to its
Yeah.
full potential. So for me, paying 59 rand a month isn't. But the thing is, I used to have iTunes for
Okay.
the longest time, and I paid that
Oh, so
because
it was like kind of like just having that,
so
having that
I'm
again.
used to it. Yeah, I'm used to because with iTunes you couldn't get any music if you don't pay the sub fee.
Oh, easy. Yo, bro, I was thinking
Yeah,
of getting an iPhone, bro, and oh, it's yeah, it's a bit of a deal breaker.
I don't know now though, but maybe things have changed
Oh,
now. I mean, this is a long time ago.
yeah,
So
bro, because
I
I still get all my music from the black market, man, bro. Oh, probably shouldn't have got sick.
yeah, but I was just saying. So imagine if they have so this is also like one of the ways to like get rich quick is through sub fees. Like if someone is paying you a subscription
Yeah, but you
every
really
month,
have to be able to be like, but you really
there
need
needs to
like
be
to have
something.
something that,
Yeah, there needs to be something that the person can like value. So even if it's like 10 rand a month, so you say, okay, pay us 10 rand every month, and you see what they could do. Um, they could they could do a funeral cover because a lot of the pot, people that are subscribing to the channel are relatively young people. So chances of
true.
those people dying, you know, the the probability, is that these people are gonna at least live for the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah, so you can at least
You know,
know that you're gonna have that secured for a couple of years
yeah,
before
it,
anything.
it at least 60% of them is gonna live for the next 20, 30, 40 years. At least 60%. So you have your 40% that is probably gonna get drunk. They drive when they're drunk. They probably get into fights. So you know that of that million, you have about 400,000 people that you know that because
You're
every
gonna have to
weekend
pay
there's a young person that's dying. That's a
that, bro.
fact, right? Because they drinking, they irresponsible, and all of these things. So there's a massive risk as well at the same time with young people. But you also know that there's also that other side of young people that is responsible.
exactly.
So
And it's all about how you
if,
market your products. If you market it to that
exactly,
particular background that's responsible, you know that, you might bring
yeah,
down
but
that percentage even more.
he can package the a funeral cover perfectly, and like you could say things like you're gonna pay 59 rand, and you can cover your girlfriend. You can put your girlfriend in there, and you can put your kids in there, your girlfriend's kids. You can put your grandmother and everyone. And we're gonna, if in the event that you die, we're gonna pay 20,000. In the event that your dependent dies, we're gonna pay 10,000. Plus, in addition to that, we're gonna throw a party as an after tears party. Me and Sol are
Yeah,
gonna be playing there. We're gonna bring in all the nice DJs, or not nice DJs, but the popular DJs in South Africa, and we're gonna make a party at your funeral. You're paying 60 rand for that every month.
but he's the wrong guy for that, man, bro. Because he's selling gym. He's gonna, he's gonna be he's gonna be bad for business for his own business.
They can do it, bro.
Yeah, they possibly could do. Do you think that's like a good business model to take on if you like really marketable and you have a good reach, like funeral?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Definitely. Like I would say, me and you, if we like reach, let's say, 100,000 subscribers,
Yeah,
yeah, we should definitely look into it. Because we could say, okay, it's you're gonna pay 45 rand a month,
yeah,
okay, for a funeral cover of, let's say, 15,000. Get 15,000. Um, if you die, 5,000 for your dependent. 45 rand every month is 4.5 million if we have 100,000 subscribers.
yeah. And we could
So
even like maybe even partner with some of the people that like like
you're
do the
definitely gonna need
funeral.
an underwriter.
Yeah.
So you
So
need, yeah, because you need someone that has what do you call this, an FSP license. So we could go to like um, companies like Old Mutual. If we had like hit 100,000 subscribers, we go to Old Mutual and
okay,
say,
okay,
listen, guys, we've got this podcast. We have 100,000 subscribers. We would market all your products for free. We just need you to be our underwriter for this funeral policy. It can have your branding. We don't care as long
bruh.
as it also has
That's
our
dope, bruh.
name on it.
That's
And
dope, bruh. All these podcasts doing merch, selling sweaters and cups. We coming here with very funeral cover.
exactly, bro. Everyone needs a
That's a
funeral
dope one,
cover.
bruh. That sounds great. Exactly, bruh.
The,
Everyone needs a funeral
it's
cover, bruh.
45 rand, bro. We don't have to do anything. Old Mutual does all the underwriting. They do everything that they need to do. They do the compliance, everything, and we just take a cut from it. If it needs be that we need to give them a cut from the 45 rand, we'll do. But at the same time,
Yeah,
we're giving them free advertising. Plus, we're
exactly.
also
Plus,
allowing them to
we can
have.
explain
So we will do all their ads for free.
exactly. Yeah,
We will
we do
also
like
allow
anything like
them to,
marketing.
yeah. So we will allow them to put their branding in the funeral cover as well. So um,
That's dope, bruh.
so
You really have a mind for this stuff, bruh. You like a proper like an entrepreneur, man, bro. If I've ever like seen an entrepreneur like you, that, bruh. Because you always like have like crazy business like ideas, nah. But when you explain them, it's like, yo, that's lucrative, bruh. It makes sense.
it's just, you look at stuff that's happening around, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't like, when I think, um, what thing can I do to make money? I don't like thinking outside of where I am. I always like to think of stuff where I am, man. Like things that I have
Ah,
immediate reach to.
like don't think outside of the box. Like think in the
Yeah.
box. Like,
No, I don't think outside of I think inside the box. Like only when I've maximized the box, then maybe I'll have to think outside of the box because I've now maximized everything inside the box. But you see a lot of people that live in, let's say, in the township.
yeah,
They want to go start businesses in town, but if you are in the township, you just listen to what people are complaining about. Like you
Just
can
keep your
just
ear
start a
to the ground.
business based on the problems that you hear. Like what is it that people are complaining about a lot in the township? And if you just listen to those problems, you just figure out, okay, which one is probably a is a problem that deserves to be solved, and which one is a problem that doesn't deserve, because not all problems needs to be solved. Like crime
Exactly.
shouldn't have a solution, bro, because you're never gonna solve it. Poverty, you're wasting your time. Right? Unemployment, you're wasting your time, but you're never gonna solve that shit. But there's like other
This
stuff that you can come up with a
exactly, bro.
solution
That
for it.
I agree with you, bro. That stuff has been around since before, like civilization had a civilization. So it's like there's always gonna be poverty, crime.
Yeah,
So
bro.
why even like looking for solutions for that, bro? Just like try to better your situation by seeing like what you can do to improve your surroundings, aka the box, that you in, instead of like
Exactly,
going
bro.
to like another place and then trying to make it big somewhere else where there's so much competition, like for instance, like you said, going to town, you know what I mean? And in the township, there's more people in the township than what there really is in town. Because in town, everybody already has a mission. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly, bro. Everyone wants to be there, but you can like look at, like I was saying to um some guy that he's not working, and I was saying to him, if you go to every single township in South Africa, what is the common thing that you see there in every township? Flats. There's flats everywhere there.
Yeah,
So if there's flats, what can you possibly offer those people that own those flats, landlords? So one, you could offer to take out the bins every Wednesday or every Friday. Whenever they take out the bins, you can say, listen, I'm gonna come here every week. I'm gonna make sure that the property is clean. I'm gonna make sure that the bins are, because the bins needs to be put outside, so that when the bin truck comes, they're ready. So who does that?
or even like clean the bins once the bins have been put out. That's
Exactly.
a good.
You clean the bins, right? But instead of asking them for a a cash at that time, you do a sub fee. So you say, I'm gonna charge you 200 rand every month for this. So every week I come here and I clean the yard, I take out the bins, and then I wash the bins. I make sure they're sanitized. I put soap. I bring my own soap, and I'll clean them, put them there. At the end of the month, I give him my 200. Then that's just one. So if you have 10 of those properties, now you have 2,000 rands.
Exactly, bro.
So then you have 20, now you have 4,000, right? So you just keep on adding as many as you can. So let's say once you get to 20, now you have 20 landlords that are paying you 4,000 rands every month. Now you then start seeing, okay, what other services can I add here? Now you need to do value added services now,
Exactly.
so that you can increase the subscription fee. So now the other thing you could do is say, okay, look, if one of your tenants leave, I can paint the room. Or
Mm.
if one of your tenants has a broken door, or something is broken, the window is broken, something is just needs to be fixed, I'll fix it for
To
you.
do the maintenance.
Yeah, all the maintenance I'll do it for you. All the basic maintenance I'm gonna do it for you, but I need you to add now an additional 69 rand on the 200. Then you say the social media now. If you lose a tenant, I'll find you another tenant.
Mm.
I'll You just let me know if you need a tenant, and then I'll look for one. You don't need to come here and show and pitch up at every viewing. I'll be at every viewing, making sure that the tenant sees the place, and I'll give them all the information they need to know about the property. But that's an additional amount now. Then on top
So
of
that's
that,
like
if
your
the
value added services.
Those are
Plus,
all
I
your
offer
value-added services now. Your
people move
200
out.
now is going up. You're ending up at
Yeah,
500 now. So you slowly become the property manager. Slowly. But you start off with one service and you like give him the best service ever with that one service. Give him the best service.
exactly, bro. And then
And then
from
you
there,
keep
I
you keep
expand.
moving up and moving up and moving up and you become the property manager for the whole property now. Then once you become the property manager, you can now charge him 1,000 rand a month. Now you have 20 um, properties that are paying you 1,000 rand every month. So now you've went from 4,000 to 20,000,
Bro, that's
and
crazy, bro. The numbers.
and you can keep doing that, bruh. And now you don't need to do the cleaning yourself because now
Yeah, now you get
you can get these guys now that stand on the corner. You give them 50 rand.
you train
I
them up, you give them a nice outfit to wear.
Yeah, but you don't even need to hire them. You can just give them money for the day. You buy them cigarettes and booze.
That's all they want anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's all they want, and you don't have to do anything. You're just sitting at home and you make sure that when that phone rings and someone needs you, you're there. You know that there's that thing locksmith. There's a locksmith set. It's about 5,000.
Okay.
So if you could,
Yeah.
I was telling my cousin one day that you know you could actually buy this thing. It's 5,000, and you get training for it, and you go to all these flats here, and you put your business card there that you are a locksmith, and you don't charge an after call or an after hours fee. All your keys are just 100 rand. You cut keys for 100 rand. It doesn't matter what time of the night or day. You can call me at 2 p.m. or at 2 a.m. It's still 100 rand because
Away, bro. Because at that time you want to get into the market, so you want to maybe make sure that you're offering something that no other person is offering. So
exactly,
you
bro.
do, and you're starting out, so you get in with that slowly but surely. You can maybe after a year or two, you can even then start adding maybe a small after hours fee. Build up to what the industry is charging once you have your clientele built up.
Yeah, because if you go to a club, and then you come back from the club and you've lost your key, what do you do?
You go to your parents' house.
And you're in the township, right? Like you get home, fuck, I can't find my key. You're fucked, right? So I was saying to him that you must go around and ask these people that stay in these flats. Maybe if you know one person, ask them. Listen, if you were to lose your key, what would you do?
Hmm.
Where would you go? And then try to figure out whether they have like a locksmith maybe that's connected to the landlord or that's somewhere around where they stay. So if it's a pain point, you will know
Yeah.
because they will complain about it. Then you know you hit the jackpot. You're like, oh fuck, okay, these guys are complaining about this. You just need to talk to 10 people. Just 10
Yeah.
people. And then you go spend your 5,000 and you go to those 10 people and say, hey guys, here's a solution.
Hmm. But, bruh, so it takes somebody with time on their hands though, because bro, if you
Yeah, bro.
are if you are in the machine, it's difficult, bro, to like really have
Nah,
that to look.
yeah, no, it's difficult, bro. It's difficult to even have a side hustle if you have a permanent job.
It's like look at us, bro. Like we doing this at what time of the evening, bro. So
Exactly.
it's it's hard, bro. But you have to, bro. You have to put in that effort because if you don't, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
have to like figure out and just do something, bro. Like, but it's right. Like I like your mentality, and like when you speaking to these guys, like you're giving them these practical ideas that they could be doing. Like that's such an easy thing. Bro. Just like get your locksmith set. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's a
bro.
probably like a quick trade to learn. You know, you could even like learn how to maybe even open car doors because that's something that people need, of course, a lot.
Exactly, exactly. So I mean, because if you, for some reason, you lock your keys inside the car, you don't have a spare key, you're fucked. Uh,
You screwed,
so
bruh.
yeah,
Breaking your
yeah,
window that time.
you have to break your window, right? Unless you know that one guy that you can call, and you know he's only gonna charge you 150 rand. You're gonna
Have
pay the
you ever
150 rand, bro.
have you ever locked your car, your key in your car?
No, my car doesn't lock itself. My wife's car does that, but mine doesn't. But
Nah, because I had
likely,
this like I had old Polo, no? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no.
Nah, I had this
You get
old
an old
Polo, man.
polo?
So you had
Hmm.
to still lock it manually.
Yeah.
So I had to still like you had to lock it manually. So I often, bro, I often like lock the car and close the door. And
Oh
then I
shit,
would often lock that key in that car, but like it happened all the time, bro.
shit. And what would you do?
I would have to break into my car.
Shit. But you know how to.
Yeah, I knew how to break into my car because
Uh,
after you do it once, it kind of becomes easy. So now whenever
dude.
I see an old Polo, bro, I always think to myself,
So there's a friend of mine.
yeah,
Uh, he was drinking one night in his apartment, and he had a few friends over, and there
yeah,
was this girl that visited him. And so during the day they were washing a car, and he was the
okay.
one washing the car, right? And so they were done washing the car. They go back to the apartment and they start drinking. The next morning,
Oh,
the girl wants to leave. They can't find the car keys. What
oh,
the fuck are
snap.
the car keys?
It's in
They're
the car.
looking everywhere. They look, they look, they look under the car. They go to the bins and they look inside the bins. Like these guys are like scavengers. They're going through this rubbish and they're looking for these car keys, bro. And then they can't find these car keys, bro. Like they've literally looked everywhere. I remember he called me and he's like, bruh, I'm so stressed. I can't find these car keys. Like, so I said, she doesn't have a spare key. She says, no, she doesn't have a spare key. I'm like, what the fuck drives the car without a spare key? But anyway, I was like, oh man, you're fucked. Like, really, I don't know what else to say to you right now. And he's like, yeah, man, you're such an asshole, though. I was like, but that's the truth, bro. Like, you really fuck. What are you gonna do now? So they're like, fuck it. Okay, there's no way that this key is here. Someone might have stolen the key. So
Yeah,
they now have to call a professional to come and open the car, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they call this guy, and this guy comes in there, and before this guy can do anything, he just opens the boot. The boot was not locked. He literally just opened the boot. And these guys are like, what the fuck? The boot was open. The car was not locked. Brother, the car was not locked. They
So
opened the boot and the key
the
fell
doors were
off.
locked, but the cars was not locked.
No, the doors were not locked. But for some reason, in their mind,
The
they
doors were
thought that the doors are locked because it's these new polos. So as soon as I don't know for how many seconds, the car locks
yeah,
itself.
that's
So
right.
that car
Yes,
had been outside for the whole night. So they thinking there's no way that car is open because
yeah.
the car locks itself.
And you can't see the. I don't think you can see the lock the the locks. You can't see it
No, it
anymore.
doesn't have that. It doesn't have those things. It's not like those old cars. Yeah. So what
Okay.
had happened was that the boot, the boot of the car wasn't
Yeah.
closed properly. So
Okay.
that's why the car didn't lock
Good
itself.
knock.
Because yeah. So they, but the thing is that it's your mind, man. Your mind is like poison.
Sometimes it's the
It's
most obvious thing, bro, but you just can't see it.
yeah, but and it's the thing is, you know, they in their mind, there's no way that
Yeah.
car is open. The car is locked. So there was nothing that said to them, let's try and open these doors. Nothing said
Yeah.
that to them because they were just thinking this car is locked. There's no way. So the guy
Yeah.
just opens the boot and the key falls off and he charges them 3,500. And now they have to pay this guy 3,500. We didn't do nothing. And the
just
guy said it's a
just for the
call out
call
fee.
out.
Yeah, he said it's a
That's
call out fee.
nuts.
It's
That's
nuts, bro.
crazy. But bro, they were hung over and then they got screwed on top of it. Yo, they must have had
Yep,
the shittiest day, bro.
bro. I feel like I was there, you know, because of how shitty the story was, when I was listening to it and I was thinking, oh man, oh my god, like, because I don't know what I would have done if I was in that situation as well. Because you hung over, you're not thinking straight, and you're
Bruh,
stressed out,
you just pounding,
and
you just stressed out. Bruh, I can remember, bruh, I used to work on the construction. No?
yeah,
I can remember we were building a house in in a dorpie, man. But
yeah,
we were like far from this dorpie.
yeah,
So one day, like one night, we went to go to the dorpie and we like got lost. Like I'm talking about sloth, bruh. I'm talking about
yeah,
vomiting out of the car door, that like crazy stuff, bruh. And the next day, my bro. So we were working. So the next day we had to work, right? The
yeah,
next day, my bro, I couldn't work for Jack, but I couldn't even see straight. The sun
sure,
the sun was my enemy, bruh. It was, bruh, like I was like a vampire every time I saw the sun. I would just like want to creep under like a rock or something. So imagine having that. I'm just thinking to myself, having that feeling, like, oh, like, and still like needing to find your keys. Oh no,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah. It's crazy business. Um, Hangovers are not the nicest thing in the world, man. It's the funny thing about hangover is that so many people have been trying to sell a cure for hangover.
There's no cure, bruh. There's
Bruh,
no cure.
there's so many products on the market, bruh. Even if you go to Clicks and you ask them for medication for hangover, there's something for hangover that they'll point you to. But there's one guy that said to me, if you have liver tablets and you just take one liver tablet before you go drink, you won't have a hangover the next day.
I don't
And some
believe it,
people
bruh.
say, I also don't believe it, but and then some people say um, it's the water intake. So when you're drinking alcohol, the alcohol drains all the water out of your body.
That's right, bruh.
So if you just while you're drinking, you also drink water, you will prevent hangover.
That
But I
is
don't know
true,
if
bruh.
that works.
That does work, bruh. That for me personally, that works. So when if I drink, I would have like maybe whiskey, water. So I just have like whiskey, like ice, like and ice blocks in it, and I never have a hangover, bruh. But if I was like to drink maybe like beers or something, the
Yeah,
next day for sure I would feel that. Wouldn't be so bad though if I just like stick to one brand, but I didn't
yeah,
have that water in between. And like when you drink beers, you get filled up, so you're not gonna have a glass of water when you have your beers. So,
yeah.
but when I have whiskey and water, I never have a hangover, bro. I wake up the next day feeling fresh even.
Yeah. So I also uh okay, for me it's a bit different because I don't like whiskey. I don't like spirits at all.
Okay.
I like beer. So if I
Yeah, yeah.
drink beer, I figured that I don't get hangover if I drink, let's say, less than 6 beers.
Okay.
And these are
Okay,
dumpies.
you know your number.
Yeah, dumpies. So if I like, let's say I drink 6 beers, 6 dumpies, a 6 pack, I know I won't have a hangover
Yeah.
the next day. I'll be fine. But
Nah, bruh. I always feel when I have beers, man, bro, I always feel like heavy the next day. Like everything just feels heavy, man, bro. Like
yeah,
I don't feel hangover, but I just feel like tired. Do you feel that? Like I just yawn whole day, bro.
yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Uh, I get that sometimes, where the next day you're not hungover, but you just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you're just lazy. Just like your body doesn't want to work the next day, bro.
Yeah,
It's like trying to like pick yourself up. It's a mad
yeah,
feeling. But I haven't felt that feeling in a while, but I don't like drink too often these days. You know, with a kid, bro, you don't get time to get to that level even, bro.
dude, yo, yeah, same here. I think if I do drink, it's maybe when we have a braai, it's a hot day, and then I'll go get, something to braai, and then while I'm
Yeah,
braaiing, I'll have a beer. But that's
yeah,
it, though.
same here. But I'll have
Yeah.
ciders though. I don't like if I braai, I'd rather have ciders. Because like I said,
Uh,
beers are lazy, man. You want to do nothing. I think everybody has like that thing, like if they do that thing, it just like it decapitates them, incapitates them. I should say
yeah,
rather.
yeah, there is. And for me, it's spirits. And I I think for me, if I drink spirits, it's and wine. For me,
Oh,
spirits
okay.
and wine. No.
I don't have much knowledge of wine. I haven't found a wine that I like, I haven't found one yet. I think I need to. Like, you drink a lot, so you don't like wine.
No, I don't like wine.
Oh. But I think like
But when I
you
was a
just have to
student, I
find.
used to drink a lot of wine. Papsak,
Is
bro.
it okay? Now
Yeah.
I drank, but that's not wine, bro.
That is wine, bro.
Technically, yeah,
Yes.
technically, it is wine. That's just the recipe for disaster, bro. That's
Papsak
just
and Russian bear.
oh, that's just chaos, man, bro. That's just like chaos in the block, bro. That's like nothing could ever happen.
Nothing could have. But at that time, Russian beer was 49 rand. So if we had 200, because we would
Oh,
get at Johannesburg or Namakwa,
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
3 liter. A 3 liter
The
of
bro.
Namakwa was, I think, 80 rand. A 3 liter, or was it 69 rand? Somewhere around there. So
Yeah, it
we
was
get a,
that
a
ballpark.
3 liter, and then we'll get 2 Russian bears, and then we'll get get 2 liters of Coke,
And you
and maybe
sorted,
with
bro.
the change we'll buy ice, lots of
Ice,
ice.
ice,
Yeah,
ice, bro.
lots and lots of ice, bruh. Then you sorted. And
You sorted, bro. No diet.
you're sorted. But that's the whole day, bruh. Like if you buy that in the morning on Saturday, and then you put the pop sack in the fridge to let it cool down. Like you put it in the
Just
freezer
leave it, bro.
for like
Something like a
2-3
slushy.
hours. It's like a slushy, bro. And you take it out after 3 hours. Oh my god. It
That's
just
the best
goes
ever, bro.
it goes to certain places, bro. You're like,
Oh,
what the
bro.
fuck is this, man? Like, but then you have to be careful because you have to go. We have to walk around all the time because if you're just sitting down, it's gonna hit you.
Oh, bro, you have to keep moving, bro. Yeah.
You have to keep walking around, go to the
Back in the day,
bathroom.
bro. Back in the days, we
Mm.
used to what we used to do was like, buy like our box, and we buy like whatever we could now. We would take a walk to the beach, bro. And that walk
Yeah,
would just be for drinking. We would take
yeah,
and drink. We would like, get to the beach, like put our feet in the water and stuff like that. Maybe like drift for like a few minutes, maybe an hour, and like walk back
yeah.
and drink, bro. And then that was the whole routine, bro. That was just
Yeah. Those are the good times, man. I'm glad that I
oh,
had that experience, bro. And
go on, do that now,
I'm
bro.
done with it, bro. I'll never ever wanna go back there again. Even if they said here's a second chance, bro, go back and relive that life. No, I'm
Nah.
done, bro.
I'm glad I
No.
have the story. That's all I need.
I'm glad I didn't die, bro. That's what I'm glad I didn't die because we used to drink a lot, man.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Back in my like Easter was the worst. Like Easter, oh, Easter, I can already it's like the time like you're Christian. I don't know, bro. Easter is like
Yeah.
I can never remember
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we hit 1 hour and 20 minutes today. And yeah, it feels like it's been 10 minutes actually.
Yo, bro, I wasn't paying attention to my phone, bro. Yo, shit. Nah, bro, let's keep
Yeah.
going, bro. You're tired.
Yeah, my battery is about to die actually.
Oh, okay.
I actually literally have 9 minutes left of my battery now.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
This maybe try again tomorrow if you have some time. If you can, maybe make some space in the schedule.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, this has been fun, man.
And
Yeah.
let's try and
Where
continue tomorrow. Keep the momentum. And we bro, has been awesome. Yo, the time flies, bro.
and
Yo, the
time
time
flies, bruh.
flies. Oh
It
man, the
does,
time
bruh.
is so quick, bro. No, I had like
Yeah.
5 topics prepared also, bro, and I never even got to ask you any of the things that I had prepared. However,
Yeah, no,
no,
let's do
bro.
another one tomorrow as well.
Yes,
And
bro.
then we can tackle those questions that you had, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, time to sign out, man. Pod experience, big things in it. Theo
Yes, bro.
Mac,
This is RJ.
away.
Pod Experience. Have a
Pod
little one,
experience.
guys.
See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Be out.